Welcome to
Season 1,
episode 23.
We didn't even plan that.
I know.
That's pretty impressive.
You like harmonized.
Yeah, not well though.
What a week. Oh my God.
I am tired. I'm grumpy. And
You've been grumpy all week.
I have my reasons.
I know.
One of them is that we got this video game that we talked about last week. Called,
You're addicted.
Not for long.
What's it called?
Because it's called Human Fall Flat. Mm-hmm. We talked about it last week.
Thanks, Neebs.
We ended up buying it because it looked like a ridiculous amount of fun.
Yeah.
I am so goddamn frustrated, you don't even know. And I don't know if anyone else plays it, they'll know what I'm talking about. But the
most counterintuitive way to move your body.
Oh, and it's that way on purpose, of course, right? But you solve a puzzle to get from one world to the next world, and I've called it purgatory because that's probably what purgatory is.
Oh yeah.
It's very like what I would imagine it would be.
And when you solve the level, you fall to another level.
Yeah, and then you're just stuck doing it again. But today I got home from work. Dropbear had a meeting, so I was like, I have an hour to kill. I'll start the next level.
Yeah.
And these levels, of course, I don't play video games anyway, so my hand-eye coordination is shit. But I know what I have to do with this goddamn speedboat. But as soon as I finally get it in the water, I can't get up into the boat. And I did one time, but then I ended up putting the boat into the sand, so I had to get off, push it back into the water, and then of course I drowned. I have drowned 6 or 7 times, and I know exactly what I have to do.
It's like Dante's Inferno.
It's the frustrating thing. It took me a while to figure out what I was supposed to do, and now I can't do it, and I almost threw the remote across the room.
You're very passionate about this game.
You know, so this is why I don't golf. I thought golf was stupid until I actually played, 9 holes of golf. And I'm like, not really my thing, but it's beautiful. It takes skill. But I'm the person who will take a club and break it over my knee and throw it in the lake.
Yeah, like Happy Gilmore.
Which is why I don't golf, because I don't have the patience for it.
Panda's got some anger issues.
I do have some anger issues. I dare you to say that again.
Panda has some... Oh, look at those eyes. Oh, shit. Never mind.
Anyways, as I was saying... So I'm surprised that So I'm surprised I want to play it because it's not my thing.
Yeah.
But apparently I want to play it.
It's your thing.
I don't know. Whatever.
Big breath.
Happy Thanksgiving to our American friends.
Yeah, you guys, way to go.
Whatever you guys, I'm assuming it's kind of the same as in Canada.
Yeah, this is turkey celebration of, giving thanks for stuff.
Getting rid of the natives and murdering them. I don't know.
You're really dark this week. Super dark.
Well, there's a few 100,000 people who aren't a fan of Thanksgiving.
You're one of them?
No. It's a not a great holiday for some people.
No, it's not.
Because of that.
Yeah, I respect that. It's absolutely true. You know why? Okay. So it's always nice to give thanks. And I like to think that it's because it's the end of the harvest and you give thanks for your harvest and,
That's probably a lot of it, yeah.
Right, because you're getting ready to tuck in for a brutal fucking winter, especially if you're up here. But, it's not quite like that. I'm going to tell you a thing.
Oh, what kind of thing?
So we're Canadian.
What?
We live north of the 49th parallel.
What?
Yep. And recently, over the past couple of years, we have had an invasion.
What kind of invasion?
We've had a sales invasion.
What?
And here's the thing. I am really... and I've got an opinion on this. I don't like Black Friday. I think that it's an American thing. It's not a Canadian thing. Mm-hmm. And I don't like it. I don't like the fact that it's all over the news in Canada that Black Friday is coming up, because it's, you know what, America, that's your thing. That is your thing. That's not our thing. That's your thing. It's after your Thanksgiving. Have that. I did some research. The reason why it's called Black Friday is it was coined Black Friday back in the 60s.
60s.
Yeah, because it was a black mark on the calendar because of all the deaths and violence surrounding the first day of holiday sales season.
Oh, so the sales season was first, and then they were like, oh, it's Black Friday because everyone dies.
Yeah, well, because the police were like, the police actually, I think, originally coined it Black Friday because they fucking hate working that day because it's insanity every single year. And so then the news started reporting every year after that it's, Black Friday is coming up. Ugh.
Interesting.
And that ended up getting people not wanting to go shopping because they're, afraid for their lives, which they should be.
In America, for sure.
But then marketing people got a hold of it and spun it into a good thing. Like I'm completely, my brain is exploding right now because they managed to turn what is a horrifying event into this super cool thing, which promotes more horrifying events.
75% off a TV. Is it worth punching your neighbor in the face for and
Sure
drowning
is.
their children? I guess so. I understand that people want to get deals. I'm assuming it's a vacation day after Thanksgiving. I have no idea.
It is, yeah.
Christmas is coming up. Hanukkah, all the
Kwanzaa.
Merry Hanukkah, Kwanzaa of everything.
Kwanzaa.
There's a lot of things, going on.
Kwanzaa.
Well, no, I was
Yeah.
combining that with Christmas.
Yep.
So I understand that people, want to buy gifts inexpensively. But the videos that we see around the world on Black Friday, they line up overnight.
Yeah.
Screw Thanksgiving with my family. I'm going to line up at the local Walmart and I'll be like 27,000th in line.
Yeah.
They pour through the doors and they grab whatever they can, and people are bloodied and battered and bruised, and some people are shot, apparently. People are getting trampled and punched in the face, and I don't get it.
Yeah, I sent you a note somewhere because I had read a bunch of articles that something like 56% of all the violence and deaths happen at Walmart.
Ugh.
In the last 10 years. That's the aggregate data.
Is it the last 10 years because Walmart has just been here in the last 10 years, or is it?
Well, it's not.
Number one?
Not here. It's that's just where it mostly happens because I guess they have the biggest deals and biggest savings.
They're a big store, and they carry basically everything, right?
And again, not reporters. So Walmart, don't come after us. That is, somewhat made up numbers based on what I read on the news.
Yeah.
But I get it. I see it. But so here's the thing that happened today in Canada, which I applauded. Canadian Tire sent out a thing for Red Thursday.
Yay!
And I thought it was the cleverest bit of marketing that appealed to me deeply because I hate Black Friday. Like, I've got a passion against this that I don't even know where it comes from.
Go Canada!
Yeah. And then, because I'm just like, I'm sick of it. It's an American thing. It's not a Canadian thing. Get the fuck out of our country. Let us, have our own shopping day, whatever.
Well,
if
and the
that's
deals
what we
aren't
need.
as big as the States either,
Oh,
which people
no.
do complain about. And I'm like, I'm fine.
I don't like it.
I'm cool.
Anyway, so Canadian Tire comes up with, Red Thursday. And I applaud you, Canadian Tire, because I think that's whoever came up with that is fucking brilliant.
It's pretty cute.
Yeah.
I
like
have
it.
to admit. Yeah. Well, and I think Black Friday is gaining a little more traction than usual because you can also get deals online. And so the boundaries of Canada versus US shopping is blurred quite a bit. And we have a lot of American stores up here now, which
I know.
I mean, yay for America stores, but boo for Canadian stores.
Yeah.
On the opposite side though, I mean, I would much rather have a Black Friday than an orange president. I'm just saying, like,
It's a bit of a logical fallacy, but I'll go with you on that.
I was very proud of that.
One thing does not equate to the other, but
Well, it's funny. So I wrote a Facebook post today, which I was actually quite proud with. So I was sitting there thinking about it's Thanksgiving today.
Yeah.
A bunch of my Facebook friends are Americans, and they were like, "Happy Thanksgiving!" Well, and I had like emails coming in about Happy Thanksgiving, and I'm like, Evite doesn't even know that I'm Canadian. Ugh. I had this 6 weeks ago. But whatever. So I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, with all the stuff that's going on in the world, I am still astounded that the Trump administration was voted in. And then I thought, oh, I remembered all the videos of Black Friday and all the craziness and all the people who don't give a crap about other people and they would rather get a cheap toaster than keep their fingers or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? It makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, okay. I get it. That's why yep.
Yeah.
That's how he got in. Because.
Yep. 57.1% of Black Friday incidents within the last decade. So that's the most violence seems to occur at Walmart, leading to the Twitter hashtag every year, hashtag Walmart fights. The retailer was the site of 57.1% of Black Friday incidents within the last decade. The next most violent location, shopping malls, were the scene of 17.9%. 30% involved trampling, and another 26.7% were shootings.
After the day that they give thanks for things that they already have.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't even like, so I don't like shopping.
Yeah.
I don't like shopping during crazy sales days. Sales aren't necessarily worth it. I don't shop on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
And a lot of people go shopping on Boxing Day. I would rather sit at home and drink wine with my fuzzy slippers the day after Christmas.
I could get in trouble for this next comment.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But also in the news, which is a little bit, it's kind of ironic, a little bit sad, but the most recent attempt of an American invading a native population ended in this gentleman getting filled with arrows.
Just in time for Thanksgiving. Weird.
Yeah, a Christian missionary who landed on a remote, restricted island of Sentinel.
Yep.
Who was told,
doesn't know you're not supposed to be there?
Who was told not to go. He decided to go try to liberate this island of natives and got filled with arrows. And
do they know he got filled with arrows, or is it presumed he did? Last I heard, it was presumed, but
maybe again, not reporters.
Still,
yeah, he got killed, and somebody filed murder charges against the Sentinel tribe.
Oh,
it's not going to get recognized by anybody.
Oh, you better not.
I mean, you can file charges all you want. It's like maybe his church in the United States filed charges against Sentinel. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just making this up.
I'm saying this is ridiculous. So he's going to an island that's illegal to go to. Uh-huh. The government of India, or
says,
whoever
nope.
technically runs that, as a part of that island, says don't go there.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
Yeah. All the fishermen. Apparently the fishermen who took this guy close to the island would not drop him off on the island because they know they're not allowed to.
Yeah.
But they did know that he was going there and dropped him off in the outskirts and allowed him to paddle ashore.
Yeah, and maybe he wouldn't take no for an answer. I don't know. But he knows he's not supposed to go there. Mm-hmm. He apparently was deflected back with arrows once or twice already. So he knew that they didn't want him there. That's, again, not a reporter. That's what I read. Oh. So And I'm sorry, but didn't go well for anyone else when you go to an island of a native population.
Well, North America, it ended poorly for the natives.
The way I see it is they were protecting themselves. They probably are not immune to the cold.
It's certainly not the flu. Yeah.
Maybe smallpox blankets. I don't even know, but they had every right to shoot that guy down. Yeah. And I'm sorry, spreading Christianity to it didn't work out well. Don't do it. I think the guy's a piece of shit for even trying, honestly. Yeah. And maybe I think people
we're gonna get letters. I love it.
You know what? I'm not a religious person. Mm-hmm. Whatever you believe is your business. Just don't force it on other people, right? That's the way I see it.
Yeah,
I'm very scientific in my thoughts. However, sometimes I think about next time I do my life again, or next time I live again, I'll do this. And
So
then
a
I'm
little
like,
more agnostic than, say, atheist.
I guess so, yeah. But then I also know that I'm like, Jennifer, you're being ridiculous. But whatever.
There is a universal energy.
Sure. But, like, either he is that naive and stupid to think that, like, this is still a good thing to do, despite the history of the planet.
Maybe he thought that God was telling him to do it, and that's why he decided to do it, and he maybe learned that wasn't the thing.
Unless that's how God decided that he was going to die. It's time for Bob to come to heaven. You know how I'm going to do it? I'm going to get him shot by a million arrows by a bunch of natives.
What I hope is that this does not spur a bunch of misguided people to head to Sentinel to try and liberate them.
I am worried that island is now going to get a lot of media attention that it didn't before, and it's going to turn into something bad.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
Yeah. So India, fucking keep on that shit. Dropbear and Panda are behind you.
Yeah. I feel bad for the missionary's family.
Of course.
They shouldn't have to deal with this, obviously.
You have to, but that was his choice. That wasn't the native's choice to, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I get it. You have a big list of things to talk about today.
I do.
That's gotten a couple down.
Huge. Yeah. Setting them up, knocking them down.
Yeah.
What else you got for me?
What do you feel about the newest and improved email scandal of the American government?
Okay. Here's what I know. Not a researcher.
Well, you could research all you want. You're just not a good one.
Well, the only thing that I've read really, which tells me anything about this entire thing, is that Ivanka did not have her own mail server. And that's apparently the difference.
At the time, or
whatever.
When she was sending those emails, yeah.
So Hillary had her own mail server. She was doing the exact same thing that Ivanka was doing.
And the FBI did say that some of Hillary's were actually confidential and like big trouble.
Yeah. But Ivanka just basically used her email for personal and state use, her personal stuff. So it's kind of the same, kind of different.
Yeah.
And honestly, I just think it's just another one of those things to make us distracted and pay attention to, stuff that doesn't really matter. Is it really that big of a deal?
Yes, it is. The reason why I say it is, so on one hand, you could say it's not a big deal because Ivanka was like planning to meet things and set up stuff and whatever. She wasn't like,
but it's
grassy knoll information.
Right, but it's the same level of,
and I'm sure the rules are weird.
Sure.
Hillary's was, I'm pretty sure, worse because she was, pretty high up there.
Well, she was actually a politician. Ivanka is not.
No, but she's basically been given the job as one, which is also, I'm not going to comment on that either. However, the whole platform that Trump went on was but her emails and crooked Hillary, and only an idiot would use this email with this stuff. Lock her up. She's a horrible person. She can't be trusted. She's a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Who the hell would do this? And then his daughter goes and does the same thing, who also claims she didn't know. And obviously she did know because his whole administration running for presidency was that.
Well, and they had a big article, and I forget which. I want to say New York Times. I'm probably wrong, and I won't be able to cite this later. But they had said that she received training. That this occurred, I think, within the first 6 months. They found out, and then they gave her training on how to do it properly. Whether that's true or not, who the fuck knows?
Apparently, it's hundreds of emails.
Well, I send 100 emails in 3 days, right? So I want to put this out there as a. I agree. It should be taken way more seriously than it is because it is something very similar, but it's also something very different.
Yeah, and I think what people are shocked at is the hypocrisy of the whole thing. So
hypocrisy is shocking.
Well, I'm also not surprised because with the way American politics are right now.
Yeah.
But you know,
Hypocrisy is the order of the day.
Yeah, you have one group of people saying she should go to prison for this, Hillary, I mean.
Yeah.
And then, but now they're probably saying, oh, Ivanka, you know, she's young, she didn't know.
Yeah.
It's fine. No, it's not. I mean, it might not be as, you know, confidential as maybe what Clinton sent, but you...
Well, yeah. It
boggles my mind.
When I was, oh my God, like a million years ago, I was taking criminology. And I think it was like the history of jurisprudence.
Did I know this? I knew this.
I'm sure you knew this.
He has had the craziest life, people. You don't even know.
But, you know, the ignorance of the law, they say, is no excuse. Which I think is an interesting proposition.
You should look stuff up before doing stuff.
Right. But again, if you step on a crack and break your mother's back... You know, if you're walking down the sidewalk and you stepped on a crack because you're walking down the sidewalk, if you did not check the laws of that sidewalk before you went down it, is it really your fault that you stepped on a crack because you're just walking down the sidewalk?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
I guess that would be so. It's sort of like if we went to the States and we were driving around.
Yeah.
We have done Uber or whatever.
Yeah.
In the States. And Ontario and a couple other places. In Calgary or Alberta you can, but you can't turn red or can't turn right on a red light.
Right.
We know somebody in the Philippines
Manila,
who got busted.
Yeah.
But in Alberta, you can turn right on a red light as long as you stop first and look and whatever. But other places you can't. So if we got busted, let's say in Ontario,
yep.
Ontario could say, well, no, they could say, well, no, here's a ticket because you're in a different province. The rules can be different.
I'll give you a great example. I was driving back from Ontario, went through Saskatchewan, and in Alberta, if you pass an emergency worker on the who's basically pulled off to the side, if you're in this the lane directly beside them, you have to slow down to 60 kilometers an hour.
Right.
Right. Obviously, slower.
Is it just 60? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right. Or slower, depending. But like you cannot pass it faster.
Yeah.
But you can go into the next lane and continue at highway speed, right?
You just give them a lane.
Yeah, give them a lane. In Saskatchewan, that is not the case. So I was, you know, I saw a emergency vehicle pulled off to the side. So it was a RCMP, pulled this guy off onto the shoulder. He was out there doing his thing. I moved over to the furthest leftmost lane, continued highway speed past him. And 5 minutes later, I got cherries in my back mirror and I get pulled over and it's that cop. And he was just like, he was mad as like all get out. And I'm just, he's just like, do you have any idea what you did? I'm just like, no. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, well, you passed me doing highway speed. I'm just like, well, I was in the furthest most left lane.
Like, of course I did, dude.
Like, I gave you the space you needed. He's just like, nope. And I think it was like $240.
Yeah.
And that followed me around for a while because I thought I could just leave it in Saskatchewan. But nope.
Nope. You can't do that.
So, you know, so there you go. If you're driving through Saskatchewan and any other province, slow the fuck down. If there's an emergency worker anywhere in your vicinity.
Yeah.
Is my note. That's my $240 tip.
So instead of Ivanka owing $240, well, nothing will probably happen to her at all. So never mind. But I mean, government information is.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and I think you're right, and I think people are right to be incensed by it, because hypocrisy is appalling when it's so blatant. It would be great if she had to stand trial, even if she, you know, was found innocent. She should have gone through, like her father should have been like, you know what, you know, this was one of the bases, this platform of my opposition. You're going to have to suffer the consequences. You did wrong.
I think there's going to be an inquiry, but we all know how that's going to go.
Fuck, how long is the inquiry into Russian meddling? Like, when's that going to come to a thing? Like, it's crazy. Anyway, I started this whole thing by saying that I'm tired of being American in a way. Like, I feel that America is invading Canada in the most insidious way through sales.
Through sales.
And I would like to stop talking about America. Like it's really doesn't affect me.
Well, I was going to mention something
Okay.
Based on your comments about Saskatchewan and turning right and on the other lane and blah, blah, blah. I know Canada is a big country.
It's huge.
It's freaking huge from like coast to coast, north, south, east, west. We're massive. But, and I know this is not run by the federal government, but it would be nice if all traffic lights and lines on the road were the same. Because I've driven in Ottawa. It confounded me. Because I'm used to Calgary. Calgary seems very simple. And I mean, I get confused. Well, I don't get confused with the one-ways streets downtown, but I hate driving downtown at night because it's hard to see and not all roads are two-way and whatever. But Ottawa and even Toronto, there's lights everywhere, and sometimes the lanes. Flashing turn left signal, it flashes and sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know if it comes on, if it's a free left turn or you have to wait. And
well, you're wait for your mind to be blown, Panda.
What?
Alberta has just released a brand new traffic signal.
Like?
No, that you won't believe it.
I won't believe it.
Click here to find out more.
And now we're going to have a commercial.
Traffic Alberta has decided to create a brand new traffic signal. That's right. It's now a U-turn signal.
What?
Yeah. No, for real. They instead of, so you get the advanced green in your turn lane, but in some cases, not all, you will get a U-turn signal.
Do the people who turn left can also U-turn? So it's like a U-turn and then on top of it is a left?
Well, yeah. You have to turn left to U-turn.
No, but I mean, I know what I'm talking about. Whatever. You don't have to know.
Yeah, so the advanced...
I mean, the U-turn isn't by itself.
Well, hopefully not. I would assume you're not going to U-turn into oncoming traffic. So you get the advanced green, so where you get to turn left.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get the advanced green with the U-turn, saying that you can flip a shitty and go the other way.
Where is this?
I don't know. I just saw it on the news. It's a new thing.
I think it's 17th Avenue, northeast, southeast, east side.
Yeah. East side.
East side of Deerfoot.
What?
So, I don't know what part of 17th that is.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, it's across Alberta. It's a new Alberta thing to try and alleviate the flow of traffic.
That's actually pretty super because there's many times on the Trans-Canada, which is also 16th Avenue if you go through Calgary, where you want to get to somewhere on the opposite side.
Juliet's Castle.
But there's a median and like 3 lanes of traffic going the other way.
Yeah, and you get the advanced green. Why not allow us a U-turn?
Yeah. And you have to turn into the co-op or a gas station or like drive another 6 kilometers to turn around. It's terrible.
Environmentally irresponsible. But now Alberta is being environmentally responsible, saying you can U-turn.
Huh. But only in that one spot right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I assume there's like multiple things that will replace stuff, so it'll become a thing.
It'll become a thing one day.
But I like it. I think it's progressive.
And then Ottawa drivers will be like, I don't get it.
Like, what is this U-turn?
Bullshit. Western culture. Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I like it.
It was cool enough, apparently, that it made the news.
It's a new thing. This is the kind of news that I need to know. You know, like I like it.
So you know that there's that one spot that you can do it where it's not illegal.
It's not the one spot. I assume I'm going to see it everywhere now.
Yeah, but right now...
My assumption is I'm going to see it everywhere. It's going to be everywhere.
Like a rash. Only this is a good thing, so not like a rash.
I know. It'd be like a fun rash.
Like spreading sunshine. So I spent last night... wrapping a whole lot of presents for Senior Secret Service.
Oh, yes, you did. And thank you so much for doing that, because I'm a terrible rapper.
You are. Don't. I can't even get him to start rapping, because you don't even know, ladies and gentlemen, where it's going to go. It's terrible.
Okay, so anyway, maybe
I will cut you.
Maybe we'll edit that out. I don't know. My beatboxing probably won't make the cut. But you were wrapping presents, and I'm terrible at it. So
I'm pretty good.
You're amazing. Like
I'm not great.
We've got piles of gifts in gift bags
Yes.
by the front door, ready to be delivered because of you.
So a woman I know, Andrea, posted on Facebook like a few months ago that this is what she was doing, and she did it last year, and it was great. It is giving gifts and Christmas cheer and whatever to isolated seniors in Calgary.
Nice.
Now, I want to say that this one is just for Calgary. There might be a senior secret service in Edmonton or somewhere else, but this is for Calgary. So
Gotcha.
it's seniorssecretservice.com.
Yep.
You can donate. There are sponsors. There's everything's on this website here. 2018 Santa instructions and gift drop information. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So they do emergency care programs. They do birthday and Christmas cheer.
Oh, fun.
So we are doing Operation Christmas Cheer. So we signed up. They gave us 2 seniors.
Yep.
We're not allowed to say who they are.
Where they are.
We're not allowed to tell them who we are.
Yep.
And there was a little wish list, and it said if they're
and we get some measurements and stuff about their foot size,
sizes,
and what they're
and
looking for,
waist size, and if they need
this stuff and that stuff.
Yeah, basically a wish list. Do they need anything from scarves and slippers to they would they really need a new necklace to wear out for their outings and
or a fascinator.
Exactly, right? So and they said you can buy everything on the list. You can use your imagination and buy stuff not on the list.
Yeah.
So one of our people are in assisted living. The other is independent, which was good to know as well. They gave us a little bit of information, not too much.
Yeah, because if you're going to get a gift card to somebody in assisted living, it's going to be a little more difficult for them to use that.
Yeah, and it sort of tells you what kind of gifts to use and or buy.
Totally.
So we have a handful of presents.
Yeah.
Actually, more than a handful. I think we did pretty well.
There's 2 bags.
Yeah, and
you Santed the hell out of that.
Yeah, we put the gifts in bags and we have to label them and everything, and we are dropping them off this weekend. Mm-hmm. So we drop them off at designated police stations.
Right. So city police is in on this.
Yeah, but only a few.
Yeah. But way to go, City of Calgary Police.
This is awesome. And then you can also take it to the warehouse in the Northeast.
Yeah.
And then it sits, they organize it, they take a while to do it, and then they deliver it for Christmas.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's super cute. And I never know what to do with charities and stuff because I get asked to donate to charities all the time.
Yeah,
and it's really hard to decide which one to do.
Yeah, and where we live, so we live in Kensington, which is sort of downtown Calgary, and you don't see it as much as I do because I haven't put the no solicitor sign up on this on this place. But people come by all the time. You are always being asked to do this and do that, and and I think that's great. Do that. I was actually at the Hose and Hound yesterday because I after my meeting I had to wait to go to Loose Moose to hang a projector for the Christmas Carol, which I'll tag later. So I'm sitting there and a guy comes up from Wounded Warriors and he's selling one of coupon books and stuff like that, which I think is fucking awesome. And that's I'm very picky where I spend my money for charity because I don't have a lot of money.
Yep.
And there's a lot of charities, and where do you put your money? And that is one. So, seniors that need help, definitely on my list. Wounded Warriors, another one. One Broken Biker here in Calgary is one that I'd put my money towards as well.
I don't know what that one is.
Yeah, it's to help broken bikers, bikers that get into accidents.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll put a link there because I think they're kick-ass.
Yeah, for sure.
They're
and
great
one for
people.
Wounded Warriors as well.
Yeah.
I think that, and it's great that people think of young families and children at Christmas, not having gifts and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the reason why I thought Senior Secret Service was great was because nobody thinks about senior citizens who are alone at Christmas, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing wrong about, to think about children, but there's the entire opposite end of the spectrum too, right?
Well, and you know what? And again, we're going to get letters for this, but, and I don't know this for a fact, this is maybe urban myth, but the Inuit who put their elderly on ice floes and push them out once they've...
we're going to get letters.
once they've outlived their usefulness for their area, once they're a drain on the system as opposed to, adding to the system. I think that we tend to put our seniors into places that we forget about them. And
Absolutely.
I think that that's not.
They've seen some shit. They've killed Nazis and whatnot. Like,
we're so getting letters, but yeah, you're right. I mean, like we are.
They have though.
We are here because of the sacrifices and the shit that they've done.
Yeah.
And
they're tough.
yeah, way tougher than I am. That is for damn sure.
Yeah. Well, you skipped earlier and hurt your ankle, so.
Wow.
I'm gonna bring that up a lot. No, I'm not. But
Yeah.
I think people assume that seniors aren't good for much anymore, and that's entirely not true.
Oh.
I remember.
Wait, let me jump in here for a quick second. I'm going to jump on you because my parents are seniors, and they
What?
and they are crushing it. Like they are so freaking active.
They're gonna outlive both of us.
Yeah, without question. Anyway, that's all I want to say.
I remember I was apartment sitting for my dad once, long time ago.
Who's a senior?
Hi, Dad. Sorry. And I was waiting for a pickup or something like that, and there was a gentleman sitting there waiting for his bus.
Yeah.
You know, his access bus or whatever. And he was pleasant. He was like, "Hello, how are you?" And I was like, "Good, how are you?" And whatever. And it turns out he was taking a bus or this little shuttle bus to. Maybe it was to work at Wounded Warriors. I don't remember, but he was talking about like Korea War and how he was there and he got injured and it was all in a span of 10 minutes.
Oh
and
my goodness.
I was like, holy shit, I want to stay here and talk to you. But
Yeah. Well,
alas, we couldn't do it. But
it could be maybe a thing that we do on top of this whole Secret Santa thing is maybe we should start visiting like, retirement homes, like aged homes and hanging out with seniors.
they'd be like, my God, you guys are insane. Get away from me.
Or they'll like love our podcast.
Oh my gosh, we're hilarious. Could be.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yep.
moving on. There's two things. And this doesn't relate to anything else. This is like a non sequitur. I'm like jumping the shark. Newton wants some love.
I know, I'm giving him some.
Okay. So everything is meth, and our pot sales have increased tremendously in Canada.
How much?
Well, I want to say that legal weed has increased 1.1%. Does that sound right?
We spent $5.8 billion in weed.
In quarter 3. This is before it was legal.
I don't know.
I don't know
Are
how
we in the fourth quarter then?
Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, so yeah, Q3 was $5.8 billion. And they were saying that most of it was illegal, which makes me wonder how it is that they know what that number is.
Yeah, I don't quite get that.
Yeah, so there's some, and that was from a reputable news source, not reporters, but we read it online, so we just agreed with it.
This is the getting letters episode, I think. We're so screwed.
Hashtag
Getting letters. Beauty.
Yeah. Anyway, so appetite has not been abated. There's data that says that in Q3, so that's the end of September, that we had spent $5.9 billion on weed. Now, I don't know whether, and here's the thing
That's
about...
more than the Olympics would have cost.
What?
Let's not go back there. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Stay on target.
Yeah.
Red leader.
Yeah.
Green leader.
Purple, whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, so $5.8 billion spent on weed in Q3. And I think that if I remember the article correctly, it just said Q3. So that was one quarter was $5.8 billion. So
it could be 20 plus billion dollars.
Yeah. That's why did I not get in on, as soon as they said they were going to legalize weed, why did I not buy stock in stuff?
Well, because they've run out of weed because people are spending $5.8 billion on it.
Good thing it grows fast.
It doesn't. That's one of the reasons.
No, it does grow fast, like faster than any other crop.
Does it?
Oh, yeah. Like I think 3-month gestation period before you can start harvesting it.
We apparently smoked more than.
Well, there was not the
had.
facilities to support the appetite in Canada for weed.
So I think the reason why we haven't seen a lot of the pot shops open in Kensington or around town that we thought was because they're suspending all the licenses because they can't open if they don't have weed.
Oh, what? Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So there's a lot of places that are waiting to open, but they're not going to have stock or cannabis to have in their shops. So they're like, well, you can't open until you have something, but you don't have anything because we're sold out for however long.
So these guys have got these leases that they're paying for, which are not cheap.
Yeah.
And not able to sell anything because there's no product for them to sell. But Co-op fucking apparently cornered the market in weed.
Again, that's so weird.
Shit. I'm blown away.
I don't know. Don't get it.
Anyway, so just to end on drugs.
Is Walmart going to start selling drugs?
Oh
my God. People should do that before Black Friday, and then they'll just be like, hey, man.
Well, yeah, you have it. Yeah, it's good.
Fine.
Yeah. I don't need 60 inches. Who does, really? Okay. So to end on drugs,
you should start on drugs.
Calgary used to be a pretty big cocaine city.
I wouldn't know.
And now it is a meth city.
And all the cocaine you're buying is filled with meth.
Right. It's like, a lot of fucking meth. So if you listen to our podcast and you're like doing a rail right now, think about what's going up your face. Because
your teeth are important.
And your septum.
I do not. So here's my thing with drugs.
This is a PSA.
Yeah, this is the PSA. Don't do stuff that will kill you. Come on, guys.
Right.
Like,
don't drive cars.
What you do is none of my business, but maybe think about stuff that will kill you.
Yeah.
Cocaine and meth will kill you.
Meth is a pretty big deal. Along with,
and you'll look ugly when you die because your face will be half eaten off and you'll have no teeth.
Oh my God. We're going to get more letters because I saw a thing about this guy that had face cancer and had a face transplant, half of his face. So half of his face is one guy and the other half is another guy. And I'll find that link and put it in. Not that he's related to meth and cocaine
where did this
at
come
all.
from?
No,
send all the letters to Dropbear because I think I've been pretty good. I'm looking out for you guys.
You can send letters to info@dropbearandpanda.tv. If that's what you want to do. If you're offended and you're feeling a little raw about this episode, or you would like to celebrate us for bringing you the truth as we see it.
As we see it. That's a big thing.
Send us a letter. Yeah. Anyway, so, that's... how are you going to save the world this week, Panda?
Not do meth.
Tell
people not to do meth. I'm going to drop off Christmas presents for seniors.
You got to pick one.
Weekend.
You can't have two. You can't have don't do meth and drop off presents at seniors.
So if I drop off presents for seniors, does that mean I have to do meth?
What? No. How are you going to save the world? Pick one.
I'm going to deliver these presents while not on meth. That is technically one.
Oh, that's great.
How are you going to save the world?
I'm going to go shop at Canadian Tire.
Oh!
I'll go buy a fucking canoe.
You know what? People make fun of Canadian Tire, but it's a pretty fucking dope place. It's not dope, I should say. But man, you need something. It's like a cheaper Walmart, but Canadian, and it has everything as well.
Red Thursday. Are you kidding me?
So good.
Like, you guys have me for life.
Sadly, if you bought a canoe, we couldn't attach it to my Matrix anyway.
I know. We just portage.
No.
We're close to the river.
We'll get your parents to portage for us.
Oh, their soup's healthy.
I know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Good for them, though.
Yeah. I've been Dropbear.
I'm Panda.
Thanks for listening to season 1.
Episode 23. Called the Don't Send Letters episode.
Hashtag send a letter.
No, don't send it. No.
It's Dropbear and Panda, yeah. Dropbear and Panda, yeah. Dropbear and Panda, coming at you, Panda, coming at you. reflexes, chow to beat. Can't compete with the owls that devour. Yeah, with the owls that devour, yeah. Yeah, it's a Dropbear and Panda coming at you right now. Dropbear and Panda coming at you right now. Dropbear and Panda coming at you right now. It's like a locomotive filled with autonomous chopper. Dropbear and Panda coming at you right now. It's like a locomotive filled with autonomous chopper.
Dropbear and Panda.